Hello everyone, this is my answer to discussion question number 2. I'm going to start by my key learnings in the talk. As I said in the talk, I think that one of the biggest takeaways for me was that it gave me a lot of hope, and I felt very relieved and very hopeful that somebody from within the business world was actually able to see a shift of mindset, of perspective of where things are going. That was really good to hear. Then on the other side, I was really reflective and really impressed maybe to see how much weight it had on the importance of relationships in business. And I think that that talk ties partly with what we've learned about the servant leadership. He talked about 5 ambassadors in the Zoom meeting. He said curiosity and relationship, experience, imagination, and brand. And from those 5, I think that curiosity and relationship really tie into the servant leader model. I think that part of the servant model is really about listening. So I think it really ties in with curiosity. So I think that curiosity and listening kind of like go together in those two kind of like models. And I think in the relationship side, I think that also in the servant leadership style, it's a lot about creating personal relationships, about empathizing with the followers, about listening to them, about creating this type of like relationship and like helpful dynamic. And what I thought was super interesting that I think that was mentioned in the servant leadership paper was that it has a desire to make the followers be more empowered and to develop their full capacities and to be more autonomous. So I think that autonomous is a really interesting word that hasn't maybe come up that much until now. And I think that it's so key in my own experience with NGOs because I feel like NGOs that can actually promote autonomy within their communities. And I've only worked with NGOs, so I don't know how it works with businesses. But I do know that when their community members are encouraged to be more autonomous and more creative and more part of the leadership and more involved and more heard, I think that the projects are not only more successful, but they are also strongly bonded together, maybe more resilient. And I think that as a kind of like as an effect of being of having like this servant leadership mindset or into like applying these ambassadors that we heard from the Zoom meeting, I think as a result of that, what happens is a naturally occurring ethical leadership that includes everyone, that listens to everyone, that is like more horizontal, that is more decentralized, maybe more inclusive. So I think that it's kind of like this chain of events that happen where it's first the interest in community and then the interest of creating autonomy, creating relationships, empowering the community. And then as an effect of that, we have a very, very successful and a very resilient plan or NGO or business. So yeah, thank you for listening.